thanks so much, everyone, for coming on the call tonight. I'm really excited to have Emma Poli all the way from the UK. Apparently it's noon over there at the moment, and Em said that the sun is finally shining after quite a cold winter. So I had the absolute pleasure of meeting Emma when I flew over to the UK in January of this year. As many people know, I went over for a fertility conference, and I just reached out to Mike and Emma and said, hey, can I come and do an event with you? Can we sort of do something together? And part of that event was my exposure to what they do over in the UK and how they have built massively over the last couple of years. And as part of our presentation, Emma and another girl, Amy, presented their stories, and their stories absolutely blew me away, and particularly Emma's, because Emma is a qualified national marketing director and is that far from becoming an NMD, but as she'll share in her story, she has had trials and tribulations in her business while trying to manage that as a mummy. And as a wife and as a business owner, and probably a number of times, Em, you could have walked away, but you didn't. And you're now building one of the quickest, fastest growing legs, particularly around busy mums. And Emma has developed an unbelievable online social media program for her busy mums called the Busy Mums Network. And so I'd love to just hand over to you, Em, to tell us basically the same story that you shared at that meeting that you and I were at, because I think it's an amazing story. And then, you know, maybe we'll come back and ask some questions more about, you know, what you think are the principles to really kickstart your business and have it absolutely rocking. Now, if anyone has any questions as we go along tonight, I'd love you to put them in the little chat box down below, and we can always ask them if we have time. So, Em, I'm just going to hand over to you, my friend.
Thanks so much for asking me on this call. It's an absolute pleasure and privilege to be speaking to you guys tonight. So, so my name's Emma. Like Tamara said, I am a qualified national marketing director. I've just done Club 12. Well, I actually was Club 12 a while ago and I lost it. Actually went Club 14 last month. And background-wise, I came from retail management with a large company in the UK. And I don't know if they're over there, but they're definitely in Europe, called Next. So I used to be a store manager for them. I'm a mum to Jade, who's now 15, and my husband's called Cameron. I've been with him since I was 17 years old. So had that corporate career that I got really fed up of, being fed up of being owned by a job, working lots of hours, lots of strange shifts. And from Jade being 6 months old, I had to put her into nursery. I missed out on a lot of her younger days. And sort of kept doing that career because I needed to earn the money. I've got quite a big mortgage and quite a nice lifestyle that I needed to keep accustomed to with my holidays, etc. Because the weather is really, really bad over here. So anytime I can get away, we do. But it sort of came to a head when my dad was really poorly. My dad had multiple sclerosis from being 32 years old, and when he was about 60 years old, he got really, really poorly. And that company that I'd worked for 12 years was totally unsupportive at a time when I needed to be with him. They just treated me like a number, and I just thought I need to get out. And self-employment was the route that I thought my own business would give me more time freedom, and maybe the chance to earn a little bit more money. So as I was into my training, I had a personal trainer myself. I trained to become a personal trainer. Over here you can do a course in like 6 weeks and then you're qualified and you're out there in the big wide world. And quite quickly realised, even though I loved the personal training, I still do a little bit of it now, I was more tied to the job. I was having to work a lot longer hours. I had to pay 500 English pounds every month to the gym I was working in, even before I had any clients. Anytime I went away, I wasn't earning money. Anytime my clients decided to drop a session or maybe weren't well, my money was very much up and down. So I sort of started to think I need something to work alongside this, and I bumped into a lady called Victoria Marchant, who is the fiance of John Hollowatty in the gym, and she introduced me to our fantastic products. I started using the Complete. Got quite good results quite quickly, started to feel more energy. I replaced my whey protein that I was using at the gym with that. Lost an extra few pounds that maybe I'd sort of picked up over the Christmas period. And the same for my husband, really. And without really realising, I began to recommend the product just to people I knew. And I got a few orders within a couple of days that I took to Victoria and said, I've got some customers for you. And she said, why don't you come on board? And it just made perfect sense to recommend something that I loved already and to get better results with my clients and to share the product with my family. What I actually did for about 6 months was retail the product. And that was my biggest mistake. For 6 months, I was quite happy with an extra couple of £100 every month. And I didn't really see the bigger picture. I didn't see the fact that I could grow a team. It wasn't something that interested me. And that was a big mistake. It wasn't until 6 months down the line that something just came up on Facebook. It was actually an event that Emma Snedden was at. She just started a little bit before me. And I just saw the power of numbers, of how you could create not only the customer base that I was doing, but also a team. It was at the time when we had our European convention in Nice. I'd just reached SC with a little team. I started to share the product, to share the business with customers. So my best customers came on board. That got me to sales coordinator, and I went over to Nice at the European convention and was just totally blown away. John set me a bit of a task to get my business to QNMD in 90 days, and I did that 93 days later. Now, my business wasn't that strong even as an SC. My business wasn't even taking £1,000, and we turned that into about £16,500 in 93 days. But a big mistake that my business wasn't strong, because at the time in the UK, everybody was really, really promoting complete and not the capsules. So we found that a lot of customers joined us, lost some weight with our weight management programs, felt a bit better maybe for the holidays over the spring and summertime, and then they didn't reorder. And basically my business just like halved overnight in the March. So it was hard to pick myself up. I sort of wallowed for about 8 weeks, and I was like, I'm going to give up. It's not working. I got to this position. I was not going to get my bonus. What do I do? And it was another national marketing director that said, come on, you can do it. You've done it once, let's do it again. Built my team up. We started promoting more capsules and more package orders. The team began to grow. I had quite a big leg with a girl that got to SSC, another girl coming quite quickly behind her, who was an inch away from SSC, and this was like the year after I'd already crashed and burned once. She decided to give up, so my business went down again, and I was building wide, but it just seemed every time I got somewhere, my business would just drop. So I kept going. You know, my business wasn't bad. I was still earning okay money, but having to do my personal training. It wasn't until the summer of last year, we went to Marbella as a team Rhino guys, and I thought, it's a brand, I need a brand, I need something that I can attract people like me. And I quickly came up with the phrase, the Busy Mum, and then we turned it into the Busy Mum Network for the business and the Busy Mum Health Club for our customers. And it's just gone crazy. We've got big social media presence. We've got our fantastic graphics. We've actually just renewed them now. They're looking absolutely amazing. And we quite quickly, so I started to attract more ladies. I've got a team that's grown now to a QNMD underneath me. I've got 5 other legs and an SSC coming through. And like I said, I went Club 12 originally probably about 16 months ago, but I've stuck around Club 5 or 6. Since November, my business has doubled in Payline. I've gone from Club 6 to Club 14. I'm due for Club 18 this month and Club 24 next month. Now, I don't know if it's the marketing plan similar to yours here, but because I've got such a big leg with Kate as a QNMD, I actually will have more of a Payline as an NMD this month. But I've just got to even my business up with bringing new people in. But, you know, we've gone from having about 100 customers a month. We had 500 in January, we had 300 in February, and we're already on 200 this month, which is 70 more customers than this time last year. My business is currently tracking about 29% up on last month. So it's just gone absolutely crazy. And like Tamara said, I balance this with my business now being able to sort of drop a little bit. I'm just doing a little bit of personal training. And it's just crazy. It's just we've put some things into place that we do on social media. I mean, I'm currently speaking to like 30 people that are interested in joining my team. My customer base has grown because of it. We always focus on getting like 825 points a month, which is probably around 4 or 5 customers, and I'm already on 15 this month myself. And yeah, I mean, we went to our Birmingham convention a couple of weeks ago, and I had like nearly 35 people there. Last year when I had like 5. So it's just growing month on month, and I can't stop it, which is brilliant. So that's sort of my story today.
That's brilliant, Emma. Thank you. You hit on a couple of key points that I think I hear regularly from various leaders on various podcasts and interviews and seminars that I watch. And the first thing is you didn't stop. You had that opportunity to fall 3 foot short of gold, but you didn't. So you obviously have a tenacity about you that even when the chips were down and you could have been the victim and you could have said, oh, poor me, this is not working for me, you didn't. So that's fantastic, and great that you were able to reach to another national marketing director. Was that someone's sideline or upline that sort of said to you, come on, let's go?
Kim Smith, who is sideline. Yes, she's sideline to me. She's part of Katie Baby's team, actually.
Yeah. So you obviously had a buddy and someone who believed in you. And sometimes you need, don't you? You need someone else. You need to latch on to someone else's belief in you before you can believe in yourself. The other thing that I wanted to sort of point out in your story is that what you went and did is that you branded yourself. And sometimes, you know, we hide, I don't know if hide's the right word, but we sit behind the product. But the reality is that when people buy things, they buy us first and foremost. And so by branding yourself, you probably were able to take that step that you hadn't done before. The other thing I'm super impressed by, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but Emma has a book in front of her, and quite obviously she knows her numbers exceptionally well. And I think that's something to anyone who has a team and anyone who is goaling themselves, whether it be to a 90-day plan or a monthly plan, that you know your numbers, you know what you've got to do to get to the next level. And that's where working with your upline is super important, and we can see that you've massively compounded your business such that, you know, you couldn't stop this train if you tried. So can you tell us a little bit about your Busy Mums Network and sort of the principles behind you know, what you do for your team as far as an online presence, and also, you know, what the success has been with regards to your Busy Mum online health support network as well for your customers.
So the Busy Mum Network, we have a private group for our distributors, and we have a private group for our customers. Kate, who's a QNMD with me, she's branched off and she's got her own Busy Mum Network going on. But what we've done, or what we actually did, within our group, we filmed 3 short videos to get people started. So we've got like a video that's like, welcome to the Busy Mum Network. It explains to people, you know, the four key things they need to do when they get on board. So ordering your own product. And we obviously said that, you know, our gold package, which I don't know if you package things up, but we package products up. So when we're on social media, we will advertise results of gold or results of platinum. So ordering their own product, making the list. So I explain in the video how to make an active candidate list, doing a vision board, and listening to 2 key personal development books, the Jim Rohn, Building Your Network Marketing Business, and GoPro. And the person who then joins the team, so I had a lady who joined us today, she is tagged in that video and she completes those 4 tasks before moving on to the next video, and then she gets tagged in that. And then that's all about how to make it work for you. So just going through, which we'll probably touch on, DMO and daily method of operation, the key things you should be doing, taking and sharing the product every day, personal development being part of your day. And then the last one is how to make it pay. And we show people how to get to the first position of direct distributor and how to get to senior direct distributor in that video. So everybody is following this blueprint. When they come on board, we have a weekly Zoom call on a Monday night that we have a potentials call. So me and Kate run that, and it's either Kate interviews me with a set questions, or the other way around, and we keep it the same every week. And it's just a case of inviting people to that Monday call. We have a call on a Thursday that John does, John Holowati. So our team know that they've got a Monday call and a Thursday call to get people on. So we always say all roads lead to Monday or Thursday. So you've got the obviously connecting with people, building a relationship. In between the Zoom call, we have our own preview group, the Busy Mum preview group. In there, we've got videos of not everybody, but people have got to build the confidence of short videos on people's products and business story. So as we connect with people, we can add them to our preview group. We can tag them in a relevant video. So it's always, if it's me, I tag them in my own, and I tag them in a video or two that's relevant. So if we've got a teacher that's interested in joining, I've got a teacher on the team, so we'll tag her in there. And then at the top, we have like a business video that basically explains what the business is about and how you would go about it. Then we would then say get on a Zoom call if they needed another exposure, if they've not joined from that. And then obviously we've got the weekly events. So it's like a funnel that we create. The Busy Mum Health Club, we've just kept it really simple. We've got 3 different plans. All our plans are 16-week long. We do speak to people first, like I said, about packages. So we will start with our platinum package, which is the premium capsules, the shakes, and either the bars or the soups, or the boosters. We've got the boosters now. The gold package is the premium and the shakes. The silver package is the fruit and veg and the shakes, and the bronze is the vineyard and the shakes. So we always start at the top and work our way down, asking people what the monthly budget is. They get added to the group once they've ordered the product. I've got a welcome letter that welcomes them to the health club. Key things of where all the files are, what to expect when they start doing like a bit of a detox before the products come, how to measure themselves, where everything is in the group with the recipes. We put videos in there, we share results. And then obviously encouraging that every team member has weekly or fortnightly contact, depending on what the customer wants. And we're getting absolutely fabulous results. We've tried something at the minute called a best friend package. So if we've got somebody who's maybe going on holiday with a friend, or some friends is like sharing a package, so doing like an 8-week plan. So we're just constantly thinking out the box and thinking of different things that will attract different people. The DMO, I don't know if you want me to go into that now.
Yeah, I just would love to just point out too, Emma, that I love how you're using we, because what that shows me is that you've got total buy-in from your team. Everyone's on board with this, everyone's contributing, everyone's doing their little bit, because by doing little bits, you're actually supporting everybody's customers. So I think that's a really key point. And I love the way that you've organised your events around mums. You've organised them as online events that mums can access around their family. So yeah, it's fantastic. Really, really great. So yeah, we'd love to hear a little bit about what you think the DMO of a busy mum should be, because quite frankly, most of us on here tonight are busy parents. And for us, it's definitely about doing the business around our families. So yeah, talk to us about what you do and what you think are the key principles.
In the video that I have, I always say your DMO has to work around you. Okay, everybody's DMO is going to be different. But what I do, I keep it really simple, and I've been sticking, because we all waver. I'm usually at 80-85% of the time I'm sticking to it, but I decided on the 1st of March I am not deviating from it for 90 days, no matter what I'm doing it. So what I did, I've created a really simple DMO for me that I uploaded the video yesterday, just updated it, of just 3 things to do every day. And you can be quite clever with the first one, because when I said that the numbers on the first one, some people might go, oh, that's a bit too much, but there's a way around it. So the first one is posting on social media. Now, I'm good on Facebook. I'm not really good on other things. And I think if I'll get better on Twitter or Instagram, I could probably do even better, but I stick to Facebook. So posting on social media 9 times a day. I know that seems a lot, but if you're really, really busy and you've got a full-time job, you've got some apps called Buffer and Hootsuite. I don't know if people know about them. So I encourage 3 posts in the morning, 3 at lunch or middle of the day, and 3 in the evening. Now, I'm not on about juice plus, juice plus, juice plus. That's not what it's about, or prices, or buy this. Inspirational posts, maybe a good quote in the morning, getting up, this morning, the sun's shining, excited for the day ahead. I always say busy day. Maybe a picture of your breakfast, or maybe you're at the gym with your shake. And then maybe something about how excited you are, what's happening in the team. So basically just varying the posts through the day, sharing results, where you've been this weekend, what you're looking forward to. It's like we always say, your Facebook is a window for everybody looking in. So no neg zone, we don't do that. We've got the graphics that we use, that everybody uses in my team if they're using my brand. So like, we're a recruiting brand, welcome to the team, welcome to the health club, and it's really bright and it's really colourful. So 9 times a day, now I'm quite lucky that I don't actually have a job, so I can post 3, 3 and 3. But I have a lot of people. I've got physios, teachers, people who work full time, so they use buffer. So what they would do is 1 day a week, they would schedule a lot of the posts for the week, and you can put the time when you want and the day you want it posted. So that's what I've been doing. I've been posting 9 times a day. I've been adding about 200 new friends a day. Now, Facebook will allow you to add 20 people in the morning and 20 people in the evening from people you know. So what I do every morning, I think, right, let's think of a friend, or let's think of a customer, and I request friends from their friends list. They're either going to accept me, which is good, they're either going to ignore me, which is fine, or sometimes you get the inbox, who are you, do I know you? And I'm just honest, and I just say, actually I don't, but your profile really stood out to me. I'm a busy mum with a business that I run from home, and I'm looking for other people to share it with. Would it be something you'd be interested in? And again, they can either say yes or no. The other 150 people where I'm adding from is groups, so make sure you're a part of groups. So whether you're into volleyball or football or cooking or mums groups, weight loss groups, skin, whatever it is, get yourself into a lot of groups. We in the UK get added to a lot of groups, which is quite annoying, but I realise it's a good thing. So there are other brands and other network marketing companies that do a lot of group, and they'll just mass add people, which we wouldn't do. But when they do add me, I then go, oh, there's 10,000 people in that group. And they're already interested in beauty, obviously. They're interested in health a lot of the time, because these groups are groups that are health or beauty. And you can just click in the members and click. And like I said, I've got 15 customers already, and I think I know one of them. It's from some people who've then been seeing the posts, because there's no point in posting all this great stuff if you're not adding new people. You're just going to be talking to the same people day in and day out. And then the third thing I've been doing is chasing all the likes and the comments. So this morning, I go back on all my posts from yesterday, and I looked who's liked or who's commented, if I've not already seen it, and drop them an inbox. Thanks for liking my post with the results from our new Beachbody challenge. Would you like a bit more info on our health club? And usually people say, yeah, they've liked it for some reason. If they're liking something on the business, again, I would just say, would it be okay if I shared a short video with you? If it was something to do with me personally that they've liked, then I'd just make a connection with them. We also do things called engaging posts, where we're asking questions to get people commenting on your statuses, because if you're not connecting with people on your Facebook, they do become invisible and they don't see your posts. And do you know what? That's all we're doing. That is 3 things. So it's posting, adding, chasing, day in, day out, repetition. I've got 3 new team members from it and 15 customers so far. Brilliant. And the people who are doing this in my team, which is quite a lot of them, because I always say success leaves clues. It's there for you, there for post. Yeah. Just follow. Yeah. Add your own on it, add your own personality on it. And that's what we're doing.
Brilliant, Emma. And of course, for some people on the line, that's probably quite daunting to think, oh my God, how am I going to sit there and post and get 100 friends? But the reality is, what you're basically saying is you just got to do something consistently. So, if it's one post, if it's one reach out, if it's one follow-up, that's better than having not done anything. But what you've just shown us is that it's all about doing this around everything else that's going on in your life, because I'm sure, you know, you're doing the shopping, and then you're doing a few PT clients, and then maybe something with your daughter. So, you know, I mean, we all have busy lives, and this ain't a busy competition, but, you know, you've shown us that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You just have to really discipline yourself and be consistent. So congratulations. And that's phenomenal. That's just fantastic. And you haven't had to really take yourself out to a coffee shop or go to a B&I meeting or anything like that. It's all...
I mean, a lot of my business has been built on social media, but I do like the face-to-face contact as well. So, you know, if I'm anywhere, it's always, you know, you be good at what I do, if I get good service. But it's just great that, I mean, and you don't have to be on social media all the time. I'm quite strict now that I'm on in the morning, I'm on after school pick-up time, and I'm on for a little bit in the evening, because you need your own time as well, so it has to be done. But literally, to add 20 friends, it would literally take you, I think I timed it the first time I did it, about 2 minutes. You know, you can do that on a break at work, quick, you know, pick a friend, let me have some of the friends. And it's just a case of just get out of that comfort zone. There's nothing bad is going to happen. You're just either going to make a new friend or not.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. We also have... which is something we've just started, is every team member has a Busy Mum Health Club page. So Busy Mum Health Club with Leanne, Busy Mum Health Club page with Kate, and we do what's called boosting posts, something in the UK that's working really well. So like I boosted a business post, it's just all like looking for some busy mums who are ambitious, teachable, like helping others, want to get healthier and wealthier. And I mean, I'll show you the list that I have got. That is in 2 days, all the people that I'm speaking to.
Wow.
And that is boosting a post. It's more info, and then it's going down that funnel, asking them what they're looking for, who are they about, do you want to look at my preview group, watch my story, and then it's, you know, from all those people, I might get a couple of people, and it might have cost me £5 to boost the post over 3 or 4 days. It's really, really worth it. So that's the only other thing we're doing. But it's just repetition, consistency and repetition.
Yeah. Now, young Jen has asked the question, what is your strategy to get people to join the potential business calls or come along to events? What are your strategies that you use?
Yeah, so, I mean, we always just say, look, you've got half an hour to spend. You know, it's a free app to join. Everything's done on Zoom with us. You know, you get the kids to bed, it's at 8 o'clock, so until the kids are in bed. And just see people are open-minded. We've probably showed them something before anyway. So we've probably showed them we have something called the Beach Money Network, which John's sort of filmed a video that shows the potential, and there's lots and lots of stories in there. And it's just a case of building that relationship up and saying, look, you'd be really good at this, take a look, and if it's for you, that's cool. If it's not, you know, you've lost half an hour, but, you know, it could be the best half hour of this week or your life. It could change your life.
And sorry, Emma, the event that they're coming along to, no matter how it's badged, it's the same event, right?
Yeah. So the events in the UK, so whether I'm running events or Emma Snedden's running events or Katie is, we all follow the same format. So we've got somebody who hosts the event, we've got somebody who presents the product, and we've got somebody who presents the business. And yeah, people will vary what they say, but generally it's just a case of we've got events going on up and down the country every night. We have a local event. We have 2 small sort of, I live in a town called Atherton, and we've got another town called Lee. So we do Wednesday Atherton 1 week, Lee the next, and we just alternate it. But I've got team members in Ireland now. I've got a team member in America. We've got team up and down the country. But it's all because of social media, because it's so easy to connect with people, or like as we're doing now, no matter where they are or when you can speak to them. So it's just made things, especially if I think back 3 years ago, even though Katie started all the social media things, it's so much easier now with Zoom. And, you know, like you say, it works around people. They don't have to leave the house. We do things like Facebook parties as well, which we've just started to do. So instead of doing your in-home events, because sometimes that can be difficult for a lot of people to organise, we do it as a Facebook event. So we would ask a friend or a customer to be a host, and we create a private group. We invite friends into it, and we follow a set format in that as well. So yeah, that is working, especially for the younger ones. They love being on the Facebook parties. One of my girls gets about 50 orders a month, and she does loads of Facebook parties. She's a single mum, the little boy, so it's just ideal. She doesn't have to leave a front room. It's just showing that you can do this, literally sat in your PJs, and you don't have to go out and, you know, people think, oh, I've got a kid, but it works round. That's why the busy mum thing is just working, because what do mums want? They want to stay at home with the kids and help bring the kids up, and they want to earn some money, but they don't want to have to go out to work. And you know, things are changing month on month. Just more people are being attracted to network marketing. For me, no matter whether it is us or somebody else, it's just growing like you won't believe.
Yeah, and it's incredibly positive and inspiring community as well, which, you know, as a mum who might have been out of the workforce for a while, stepping back into mainstream business can be quite daunting. So for sure. Oh, Emma, thank you so much for your time. You've just shared so much with us tonight. Hilary has just sent another quick question. So most of the people in Emma's team are only Zoom buddies, and most having physically met each other, or do you occasionally have live events? Yeah.
No, yeah. We have a lot of my team are literally within a mile or two of me. I've got a few in Liverpool, in Manchester. So no, we do see a lot of people, especially our country's obviously not that big. Even the Birmingham event, we get people that travel from down south. But yeah, we're constantly speaking to each other on Facebook and on Zoom calls. But I'm quite lucky that I have built a team on my doorstep. My biggest business, which is Kate, literally lives 2 minutes in the car. So yeah, we work together. Working with somebody works well, and that's what's really helped. Just a bit like John Hollowatty and Rob Molyneux when they started Team Rhino, they worked together, even though they were Rob is John's upline, and that's what me and Kate have done. We've created the Busy Mum network together, and we're moving it forward together. I mean, I've got one of my other leaders who she's living in Kuwait for many years, and that's when she started the business. She's built an SC business whilst over there in a country where we don't even ship to. So it's really good to be able to keep connected on social media, but she's actually moved back to Manchester now. So she's made her own brand, and it's called Fit Mum on the Run, because she's branched out, and that's what you've got to do, is create them independent leaders anyway with their own teams. But no, I do see a lot of my team. I see Kate nearly every day.
And the lovely thing is, you know that you can tap your team into other events, and they're going to see the same thing. It's kind of like the McDonald's. You know you're going to get the same thing no matter where they tap in.
Yeah, exactly.
MJ quickly has asked, can I ask what the 3 videos Emma uses again? So I'm thinking, MJ, you mean the videos that Emma uses, they've made for recruitment, or?
In my group.
Yeah, I think that was it. They're ones that you've made, aren't they?
I'll add you to my group tomorrow, then you can have a look.
I think you have already. I think you have.
It's a new one. I've only literally done these just I've updated them. So it's just 3 short videos. I've been using them for a while, but I've just updated them a little bit. So I'll add you to my team group, then you can have a look.
Okay, all right. I'll have a look and I'll pass it back to everybody. Miranda. Okay, say that again.
If it's going to work for me, if it's working for me, then it'll work for you guys. That's what we always said. We're all one big team anyway, so share what works and share what doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Miranda Peters has asked, what does a Facebook party look like? Games info. I'm thinking it's probably the same thing online, really, is it? That you do at your other...
So you set your group up, you would add your host and just you at the beginning, and then an introduction video. So welcome to tonight's Facebook party. And then it's just, again, products and products. They do some product videos. They might show how to make shakes up, how to take capsules, how to do boosters, 3 short videos. Then they'll post about 3 links to the products, and they're just given a few minutes in between. They throw in a quiz. They do a quiz, and they've all been doing the same quiz just to get some interaction. They sometimes do a little bit of not a raffle, but some sort of quiz where people can win something. Maybe a pouch of Complete or Mum's Supply of Berries, and then it's a case of them asking questions. It's more product driven than Facebook parties at the minute than business, but really, really good to get some extra interest, even if they don't order then. you'll have added all them as friends anyway, so they'll still continue to see what you do. So
yeah, that's awesome. And Lucy, sorry I missed your question before. Lucy wants to add you to Facebook because she has a UK team, so she said she might be being a bit creepy, but she's going to stalk you, man.
No problem. Admin, send me a message.
All right. Look, we might wrap it up there, Emma, if anyone's got any last minute questions. But once again, I'm so grateful for you sharing your time with us. It was absolutely magnificent to meet you, and I've just been gobsmacked. And I have gone and tapped into a few of the books that you recommended, particularly Big Owl. So thank you for your advice on that. And we've got a couple of things to do, so we'll just wrap up with you. Feel free to stay on if you'd like, but thank you so much from everyone. We really appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you too. Nice to speak to you again. See you soon, hopefully.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so team, we're just going to spend a quick 15 minutes, if you don't mind. I want to flag to everybody that we're now 90 days out from conference. So for those of you who are thinking about going, for those of you who have planned to go, for those of you who think it's a little bit of a pipe dream, we have a couple of strategies and a couple of things to think about. I really want people to make the commitment this week. If you are going to go to conference, I want you to submit your conference application form if you haven't already. But for those of you who have already committed, congratulations, well done. And I know that you'll be working towards paying for your trip by building your business in your 90-day game plan. But for those who haven't booked, for those who haven't made that commitment, I'm going to invite Bronnie, I'll just unmute you, Bronnie, to talk through a little financial strategy and a little goal-setting strategy that you can set over the next 90 days to really propel yourself and to sort of encourage you to know that you can actually afford to go. If money is something that's inhibiting you from getting all the way over to Melbourne, then Bronnie has done some numbers. I'd also like to thank Val Gamma, who actually put this together and showcased this to her team last week. But I think that it's quite poignant that we've now hit 90 days to our conference, and this is a lovely way to look at it. So I'm just going to share screen with everybody. Shall I start? Which one shall I start with, Brian?
Start off with the conference ticket tomorrow.
Can everybody see that with the numbers on it? Thumbs up if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good-o. All right, go for it, Brian.
No, I really need the conference ticket one.
I've only got these three. These are the only three that you sent to me.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I had a conversation with Val Gamma, and we were talking about teams that we would love you all to be there, and how could we create some numbers that would perhaps paint a bit of a picture and a bit of a vision. So Val went off and basically did some research, and she came up with a few costs of flights, accommodation, spending money. So there's a one-pager basically saying your conference ticket, so that you're there for the dinner as well, is $357. She looked at some flights, and there's some tickets out there right now for $500 return with Virgin and Jetstar. Then accommodation, a lot of the teams are basically looking at sharing units and apartments around the centre. So accommodation would be $500, and then some spending money for your few dinners and breakfasts, and we allowed $200. So the total came to $1,557 is the cost on a budget to go to conference. So then we were brainstorming around, I've been sort of sharing with all the teams about what a customer is worth to everybody. And we worked it out that there was 15 weeks between now and conference. And because our company so generously pays us the retail profit up front, as you can see, on fruit and veggie is $40. So we times that $40 by 15 weeks. So that is one customer per week would give you $600. And then within that 15 weeks, we look for team members. And you may get 1 teamie, 2 teamies, 3 teamies, where we take them on that 60 days, on that 60-day plan, so that you would receive a $300 bonus. If it happened that you had a 30 days, try and get them into that 30-day, you would be looking at basically $300 as the sponsor bonus for the 3 team members. So we've added that in, which is giving you a total of $1,500. That is the retail profit side. That is not your commission that you, depending on what commission level you are on. So that is just giving you a little bit, because I'm a visual learner, and Val and I both decided she was too. She has so generously had this done for you all, and she was very, very happy to share it. So if you was putting somebody on fruit and veggie, that's what it would look like dollar-wise. If you were putting people on the premium pack, which is your $61 retail profit, so that's looking at $915. Same deal, bringing somebody in and doing 30 days. There's your $900. So you would definitely have covered everything that you wanted to go to conference if you just put the retail profit component of your commission towards your conference ticket. So I hope that I've explained it clearly enough, but that particular document I would love you all to share with your teams that are not on the call and paint that big picture, because the big thing for me, we have Katie Ravey coming, we have Luke Green is tomorrow.
Ren.
But the big gold nugget for conference that you all must be there for is to be in a room with Jay Martin. Jay Martin has only been to Australia conference twice in my 18 years. Is that right, Tamara?
Yep.
He's been here twice. And can I tell you, that is the magic of this man. If our conference is, say, 500 people, you are going to get the opportunity to be introduced to him and to speak to him, to say a few words, ask a few questions, because 500 is not a lot compared to when I've sat in a room of 7,000 people and wanting to touch Jay Martin. So he is the absolute gold that you must be there to enjoy his company. His teaching is all around stories. And Tristan, I can see you laughing, but you're the storyteller. I tell you what, he's better than you, mate, and you're pretty good. So I want you to hear some of his stories, absolutely. But that is what, I mean, he doesn't come a lot. Twice in 18 years, I want you all to have the opportunity to sit in front of him and soak him up. So that's
Thanks, Bonnie. So I will actually post those on the Hunters and Gatherers group. But I guess the big point that really needs to be made is that it's all about planning. You know, every single person on this call tonight can be at conference. And if money is the thing that is stopping you, then you've just been given a strategy to how to go and get it. And Emma Poli has just shown you, she's just given you the tools of how you can do it massively. If she's been able to build from 3-4 club back in November to an 18 club in 3 months' time, then there's no reason why you can't get 15 customers and 3 team members in the next 90 days. So, you know, if you need to reset that 90-day plan right now, then go and reset that 90-day plan and get yourself to conference. But you must make the commitment right now by by faxing that form through or emailing that application form through, because only when you've made that commitment to yourself will you make the commitment to the goal. So guys, thank you so much. Yes, Lucy, we're gutted that you're not coming too, but your daughter's operation is way more important. You've waited a long time, and don't you worry, we'll bring stuff back for you. So everyone, thank you so much for being on tonight. I have recorded everything, and as soon as it's downloaded, I'll post the recording on Hunters and Gatherers. But thanks so much, everyone. Really appreciate your time tonight.